eventually.
Eventually.
Well, when you started talking about green screen and video cards for the Zoom, I said, "Wait a minute, you thought something good."
I got a contact today. My customer's going to be buying them before they pick up those tags. So I hope that I can.
All right, we are up and running. A little later than I planned on. Make sure everything's gonna work here. I got Zoom running. Greg's there. Alex is there. Chris is there. Darren's there, but he's probably asleep. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Looks like Robert left.
Well, you talk about Josh.
I'm still here.
I thought I
What are
said
you
Josh.
talking about in my background?
The little white hole.
He's talking about the thing that comes off the head of your bed and extends up and then out. That's what you use to pull yourself up with.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said.
I know you did.
But he's not listening because I need to be louder, as usual.
Selective hearing.
Yeah. Josh, can you figure out how to rotate yourself?
Yeah, I know how to do it now.
Well, can you unrotate yourself and get back to the normal way that normal people are, so we're not like freaking out? Hi, Jeff. Good to see you. Hope all is well as can be. I hope your grandchildren are taking it well.
There he is.
And I know you've probably mentioned your grandson's name in the past, but I know Olivia's name, but I cannot remember for the life of me your grandson's name. Tony Wallow's in the chat room. Good evening, Tony. Good to see you. And Jeff Ryman says yes. Caleb. Oh my gosh, I should have known that. It's my niece's son's name. Man. So needless to say, I sat there until 10:38 waiting on Lorna. And the only reason she got to go home was my sister-in-law, who's the assistant director of nursing, came in and said, go home. Otherwise, she'd still be there. They have a horrible, horrible staffing issue there right now. I'm hoping maybe this opens her eyes a little bit to go to 6 to 6 and get rid of the staffing agencies. So, I miss anything while I was gone? It sounded like you guys were having a discussion about your aunt's computer when I got back.
Yeah. And Josh was frustrated at me. Was laying in the bed, all mad, turned his computer off because he's mad that. But between the situation with his wife and me setting the password on his computer, today's not been a very good day for him. But he'll get over it.
So how does his aunt figure into all that? You guys were discussing his aunt's computer when I came in.
Yeah, he was wanting to look up, figure out what year model his Dell and his aunt's HP computers are.
Oh, I thought we had did that before, one time. He's back on his computer now, is he not?
Yeah.
I thought so.
He was wondering why Dale said Windows 11 is not supported, but he can install Windows 11. That mean, Dale don't.
He can install Windows 11. I can answer that question. He can install Windows 11 because he followed Jim's method of copying a file from the Windows 11 ISO to the Windows, or from the Windows 10 ISO to the Windows 11 ISO.
Right. Right.
And that bypasses the TPM and secure boot requirement and all that. And that's the only reason they can install Windows 11.
The Microsoft guideline, which means I wipe out the Windows 10 and put Windows 11 on a flash drive and just install it from the flash drive. So there's ways around it.
So I got a shout out to Jeff real quick. A friend of mine called me from Vegas today, and we were talking about the gas prices, and he said the gas prices right now are $5.65 a gallon in Vegas. Unbelievable.
They actually gone down in Georgia.
Well, I saw it just now at the one light we got stopped at, coming all the way home. It was $4.12.
Okay.
BH, good to see you.
How much is it again?
$4.12.
Okay, they're about 347, I believe.
That 347's a decent price, a whole hell of a lot better than 412.
371 in Maryland.
That's that tax that was taken off though.
There's Tom K. Wow, Jeff's saying that's a little higher than he's seeing. He lives down at Sahara, and I'm trying to think of the cross street. It's the street that, oh shoot, I should know. Used to live down that area too. The Gold Coast Casino sits on it. If you turn on that street and go out of town, Gold Coast Casino sits on it. I'll have to look it up. Hey, Tom. Tom K is in the chat room. Good to see you, Tom. Hope you're feeling better. Rick Lakes. The passcode has not changed that I know of.
No, it has not.
I will resend it to you if you need me to, Rick, but I believe it's still the same.
Yeah.
I've decided not to do that. Oh, I was watching a competitor earlier tonight, and they were being, every other chat was a bot, and every other chat was not nice. And the only reason it was every other chat is because the one moderator was catching them as they were coming in, and he was busy. It's terrible. And a couple people suggested that they set their channel to subscriptions only, with a week being subscribed a week. Let me go grab, let me put up my technical difficulty deal here. As soon as that pops up, there we go. I will grab the link and I will send it to Rick. And take off the, what the heck is going on? What in the Sam Hale Hill is going on here? Let me go put the technical difficulty down. There we go. And I'll send this over to Rick. Rick Lakes. Where is, there you are. Oh, this is interesting. Well, you know what? I'll just bring it back over here and make it full screen so I can do this. For some reason, I am not able to do what I want to do. Control V. And there you go, Rick. See if you can get it to work now. Hopefully you can. Go back over to here. Kenny Witten's in the chat room. Hi, Kenny. $4.69 at Costco in Henderson. That's not too awfully bad. Much better than $5.65. It's a little pricey. Little bit pricey. Hey, Jason, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. We can catch up with some chat comments here on the thing. Uh-oh. Is that suddenly not going to work again?
$2 a gallon would suit me fine.
Oh, yeah. I clearly handle $2 a gallon. That would be just peachy right there. Twidget, properties, refresh. Okay, there we go. That's working. I don't know why it does that from time to time. It has to be refreshed. Well, now it's in a loop. I clicked on BH Ringer saying hi. There we go. Oh, maybe it's behind. Maybe I'm behind. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this tonight. Maybe this is a sign. For some dang reason, it's saying it's incorrect. Uninstall, reinstall Zoom, maybe? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Alex?
I'd restart the PC first.
Oh, there you go.
I had that happen to me on my personal Zoom trying to get Josh in with my Zoom, and just after a while it worked. I reset the password to something else, and not even in on the Zoom website,
Mm-hmm.
and that didn't even work. I just had to sit and wait a while before trying again, and then it worked.
I've had it happen. Okay, I give up. It's happened to me a couple of times. And what I ended up doing was copy and pasting and using the Control V to paste it, and that worked real good. I'm finding Control V works in 90% of the cases where nothing, when you know the right click paste, when that don't work, I just Control V. Works real good.
Every time with my password on there.
That's slowly becoming my go-to command actually. Right click copy works just fine.
I just put it in because I have it memorized, so I just put it in every time.
Yeah. Jeff lives in the Silverado Ranch area, Pebble and Maryland Parkway. Parts of Maryland Parkway, if I can remember correctly, were not the best place to be after dark. Then again, parts of Sahara were not the best place to be after dark either. There was absolutely a couple places in Vegas I would not go when the sun went down. I just stayed away from them as best I could. Jeff will be back, Josh. Give him some time. He'll be back. And then we can give him... Yeah, go ahead, BH.
Regular gas is $9.20 a gallon here.
Is that your dollars or our dollars?
Canadian.
What's that equate to for us? Or what would it? Oh, I gotta make him look at you like, oh, damn it, I gotta go figure this out. Right, Maryland, I believe, and again, this is strictly going off memory, and right now my memory is horrible, but didn't Maryland run north and south? And Sahara ran east and west? Or maybe it was the other way around, I don't remember.
737.
Woo, baby! And that's a gallon.
Yeah.
Man.
We have a bigger gallon up here.
Oh, you don't have the regular gallon? You got the Imperial gallon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ours is 4.54 liters, and yours is 3.79 liters.
Okay. Still pretty doggone pricey.
Yeah.
Real pricey. I really was expecting bombers tonight in chat, and so far, I'm glad there aren't any. Maybe I'll get a soundbite for knock on wood later so I don't have to do it in real and hurt my knuckles.
Oh, just do it this way.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm on Zoom and in chat. I'm watching both.
Yeah, I see. I'm bringing your comments up on the little toy that I've developed and figured out how to use. And I hate to say it, but there are more to come because I watched a thing today where a guy that does OBS things put a poll out and 90 people answered it, and he's going to do the top 5. So one of them was lower thirds. I'm hoping he can figure out a way I can do 2 lower thirds at one time, other than the way I've got it done right now. So windmill exit on the 215. Yeah, I got to stop and think on that too. I got to send the wife a text. She's over in the north part of the estate. The weird thing is,
over in the north part of the state, or she's over in the north part of the east state.
I think I said that as a state, be the estate, east state, the hacienda, the home, the ranch, the place we reside in. Did I miss any adjectives there?
The shack.
The shack. There you go. Yeah, there is a river running in the backyard. I'm gonna go get me a little van and put out there. Huh?
Just making sure you didn't drop her off in the woods somewhere and leave her.
No, I wouldn't do that. No, it's not her fault that people don't come to work. She can't control it. I can't control it. The thing that made me mad is I looked at the schedule and I saw there was someone scheduled to come in, so I didn't think she was going to be 38 minutes late getting out. And the only reason I know the time for sure tonight is I sent Robert a message as soon as she walked out the door. And I sure wouldn't want to be my brother tonight because his wife, the assistant director of nursing, had to come in at 10 o'clock until someone shows up, and that could be 6 in the morning. And that would not go over well. I sent my brother a text message earlier. I said, find me a position there because my brother works there, my daughter-in-law works there, my brother's daughter works there, my brother's stepdaughter works there now, and Lorna works there. So I get a position, there'll be 6 of us working there. That's 1/4 of the family. And my sister actually applied there. She was going to go work there. So, yes, Jeff, we're good. We know that you'll be back, and we know right now you got your hands full. It's all good. We'll be here. I understand you did get a card today from someone. This is kind of odd carrying on a conversation with someone that can hear me but can only type back. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's on his phone. That can be hell. I was doing that earlier. I let a couple people know that have joined us here about Jeff's wife passing, and they said to send condolences and prayers. I'm sure they'll pop in one of these days again too. One of the guys just got diagnosed with throat cancer, and that's got to be rough. I mean, again, other than the diabetes, I've had a pretty healthy life. Now, of course, tomorrow night, Mrs. K will be sitting here going, "You're not going to believe what happened to Ken." No, she wouldn't do that, trust me.
I've been lucky too. Haven't been to a doctor since I got out of the Navy in June or July '94.
That is luck. You keep yourself pretty active though, right?
Yeah, I did a lot of, my arm is sore in the elbow here.
Yeah.
I'm carrying all that soil around.
Speaking of Mrs. K.
Over here?
Yeah. No, I'll take my coffee. I'll take my coffee. There she is. Hold on. Let me get her in the picture here. Look at this lovely look I'm getting. Yes. I can do that too, baby. I can do this all night long. All night long.
You know, when you sing, go there.
No,
Come on.
I'm singing to you, honey.
Oh, good Lord. Whatever.
See what I got to put up with? She brought me a cup of coffee. Well, I made good coffee tonight. I should package that up and sell it. That's good.
Thought you were gonna quit drinking coffee at night.
Yeah. I'm preparing for tomorrow night because I anticipate a very long night for me. Have dinner with her about 7. Try to get streaming by about 8. I got it till 6 o'clock the next morning, so it could literally be a long stream and or a long Zoom.
So I gotta sleep in tomorrow?
Yep.
Till 1?
Yeah, you better rest up for tomorrow. Yeah, get up at 1. Oh.
I got up early today, 10:40.
And if I hadn't been challenged, I might have done a stream tomorrow night where we set the stream deck up and the Yeti up on a live stream. But since I've been challenged,
By who?
seriously,
I knew you were on me.
what is it with you in the waiting room? Do you like love that place or what?
It's quiet.
By who? So let's clarify what you said last night. How much of this do I have to get done in order to impress you? All of it? Some of it?
Half of it?
Half of it? One thing? Two things?
Set up a button.
I get it plugged in and turn it on? Does that work?
Yeah,
Set up a
that's
button.
finished.
Set up a button to switch between your scenes, and set up a button to start and stop screaming. And then
All right. You send me an email or a text or something with those stipulations because I'll forget them. And if that's it, I think I can accomplish that. And we'll do the rest live, maybe. Maybe. Depends on how well it goes. So let me write it down. Hold on. Set up one switch between streams, right? Or between scenes?
Yes.
Okay. And the other one?
Start and stop streaming.
Well, that's going to be difficult to show everybody. Okay. Start and stop.
Hey, I just got an alert. Amazon deliveries are canceled off tomorrow.
What about the what about the Blue Yeti? Anything on that other than the one problem we've already talked about?
Now you're just gonna have to play around with those knobs on the Blue Yeti and turn. You can try to turn the gain way down, the volume way down on the. Turn the knob way down.
Okay. I'm writing it down. All right, we'll see.
You just have to play with that.
Turn knob way down. Hey, accomplished.
Yeah.
You won.
Still be loud as hell, but the knob's way down. I don't understand it, Alex. I'm telling you, tomorrow night when I come on the live stream, my voice is going to sound like this, and it's all going to be because of the Blue Yeti.
Lots of bass.
Yeah, lots of bass. And if I have to get up and go anywhere, or if I, whatever, I'll say, I'll be back. Oh, God, you guys are tough. Man.
You guys see that?
No.
I can. He's on his showing a picture on his tablet.
I don't know what it is, but
Picture of him.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me.
Really? Show that again.
Laying on the grass.
Oh yeah, sure. I put my glasses on so I can see the tablet.
How do you do it from your tablet?
Walk him through
you
it.
have to click on the screen share and then iPhone, iPad, and you have to go into your set. Slide down the top from slide down at the top from the right side of the iPad screen, and then select the screen mirroring.
Okay. Hold on.
I had to put my glasses on so I could look at the sports score.
So that's my mom. My mom died in 2016. That's what I was telling Jeff in the chat room.
Tony retracted some messages on me before I had a chance to read them.
But Tim, you already knew that.
Stanley Cup champions. Oh, I'm getting ready to. I'm getting ready to kick that out. Can't have any. Wait a minute. Who is it anyway? Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll allow it. Was Lemieux playing for him during those years?
What's that?
Was Lemieux playing for them during those years?
I believe so.
Okay, I'll allow it. That's about all my hockey knowledge I have right there.
All I know is they fight.
Yep. What's the old joke? I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out.
Yeah.
They do have a few brawls every now and then. No, not brawls, Alex. Brawls with a WLS. He's like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
okay, yeah. I was hoping you would catch on. I didn't want to have to explain that. Oh.
And sometimes you think you're watching a WWE wrestling match.
I think those guys are actually physically going at it. I don't think that's staged at all. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking those are actually true blows hitting. Speaking of that, did we discuss the Grammys yet? Was it a real slap or not? Greg, you're up first.
Hard to tell.
BH?
Thank you for what, Josh?
I think he connected pretty good.
Do you? Chris? Chris is asleep. Darren? Darren's asleep. I'm not sure. The first time I seen it, I thought it was staged. Then I seen it, I got a hold of a really good footage where you can hear the, as he hits his face. So, it was with some force. The reason I ask is because I've read a couple things that say it may have been staged. I don't know.
It looked like Will Smith had a smirk when he was walking back right at the end there.
Yeah, well, if somebody jack slaps you, they might walk away smirking too. I mean,
I wouldn't let him. I'd karate kick him.
well, that's what his brother said. Chris Rock's brother, Tony Rock, said he'd never walk on my stage and do that. It'd be kind of interesting to see that go down. Of course, his brother's not near as funny as he is. I didn't even know he had a brother named Tony Rock until tonight. Hey, he'll be back in 5 years. What's his name? Will Smith. See, I've already forgot who it is. He'll be back in 5 years. And he'll probably be back in the academy within 10 years.
Maybe sooner.
Yeah, I like to give myself a fighting chance. I mean, I would say probably way sooner, but was it Disney? No, Netflix.
Yeah. Postpone some of his upcoming
Right.
projects. Not canceled, just postponed them.
Right. Well, until the air clears a little bit.
Yeah. 8 months from now, he'll release a new movie.
'68, '67, 2:27 to go in the game. Kansas University and North Carolina. It's got to make Jeff a little happy. Team from Kansas is maybe going to be the new national champion. Of course, it's not KSU, or Kansas State. Oh, doggone it. There we go. You know, yes, go ahead.
We only got a dusting.
Do what?
The storm went through when we only got a dusting as opposed to a foot.
Well, that's got to be good news.
Oh, yeah.
A lot better than a foot.
Jeff said a good one in chat. And Rick still can't get it to work. Wow, that is odd.
I saw that.
You know what? No, I don't think that could be it. Yeah, Kansas is their arch rival. Let me see. Who can I reach out to see if they can get into the Zoom?
I can exit.
No, I want to see. Oh, I know how to do it. Hang on. Be right back. You borrow your phone a moment.
I had some of that chicken tonight, Greg.
Did you? I had chicken too.
Yeah, right on. Yeah. The market I got it from, the all local stuff, seems to be a lot better quality.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I made chicken tenderloins, soaked them in soy sauce, garlic powder, little Louisiana seasoning on them, cooked them up, lots of onions, peppers, red peppers, green peppers, and jalapeno peppers, and then took some leftover spaghetti sauce.
We do have a problem.
And put it on there and let it simmer. And some rice with sweet chili sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm getting an invalid. I'm trying to join from my phone, and I'm getting an invalid meeting ID. I'm gonna.
Getting an invalid meeting ID or the password is invalid. The password is invalid.
I don't know. Can you read what that says? No, hold on. Let me turn it down a little bit. Can you read that it says invalid ID right there?
I think Zoom is yes, but I think Zoom is having. I think Zoom is having problems on their side.
Well, I heard rumors that YouTube crashed today. I can't verify that. It was just rumors.
I was watching some YouTube videos this afternoon after I finished working in the yard. I didn't have any problems.
Okay, it went through that time. So that's weird. Now let me go see if the password's going to work. I've got it memorized, but I've actually left it on the screen so that I don't mess it up.
Want me to tell you?
Yeah, would you? Do you mind? All right, let me go back to here, go back to here, go back to here. And so that we don't get a massive amount of echo.
So can you guys hear me?
Sure can.
Yeah.
In forward.
Oh look, Mrs. K's being funny. Say that again, I dare you.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Doing good.
That's good to know. Good to know you're doing pretty good right now.
Especially in the song, the efficiency is pretty good right now.
I am in a competition right now. That's bothering me. I have an hour of.
So I'm not sure what's going on with Rick because I was able to access easily from my phone. I don't know why the ID wasn't going through. It did take 3 tries before it accepted the ID. Do you guys hear an echo? Oh.
No.
outside. Go to the barn.
It's cold, babe. Come on now.
I give you a blanket. All right, I'm coming back.
We'll give you some matches.
Anybody watch Carrie's Amazon stream today?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So that's very odd that Rick can't get in. So I'm going to guess there's no issues with Zoom. Let's see, there's Matthew Camp, I see.
Pretty much done with Terry.
Jeff says K-State just hired assistant coach Tang from Baylor as their new head coach. Oh, okay. I didn't know they had gotten rid of their head coach.
Yeah, they lost their bottom coach.
I didn't know until last night that the Duke coach was actually an assistant at Indiana University in 1975 to 1976. I did not know that. I did not know the Beatles put an album out back in the 60s that had them in white lab coats holding broken baby children parts, best way to put it. And it caused a big uproar, so they had to recover the album. If you can happen to find and run across one, let me know, because it's only worth about $234,000.
I got 5 of them. You want one?
I got 50 cents. Wait, no, I got $1.50 now. This quarter is not a quarter, it's actually $1.
No
Looks
problem.
like. You imagine some poor schmuck going into a yard sale or a garage sale or an antique store and coming across that, and how much you want for this? And he has an inkling and it's worth a little bit. Oh, $1.50. Man. I learned 2 things last night.
If you sell something for a lot of money on eBay, you have to claim that in your taxes?
I don't know. I do not know. Well, good question, but another question is, the stimulus checks that they sent out, were those not tax-free?
I believe so.
I thought so too, but my friend in Vegas told me today that he had to pay taxes on it. So I don't know what.
Look at my tax return.
Yeah, I haven't looked at ours either. We got them done. I haven't. I know the good news is we're getting money back. I don't care about anything else. That's horrible to say, but.
I wish I was getting money back.
Uh-oh, he made it. He figured it out, maybe. Yeah, next year we'll pay. Ain't no doubt in my mind on that. No doubt whatsoever. There he is. Bloody hell. What was going on?
I have no idea what the hell I was doing. I have no idea.
Maybe your internet's going out.
Now here we go again, blaming the internet.
It's not my internet.
So I caught a little bit about somebody said me and somebody aren't following Carrie anymore or watching Carrie anymore.
Yeah, me and Josh are not watching. Pretty much done with Carrie now.
For good or just for tonight?
Yeah, pretty much for good.
I'm calculating the odds in my head right now. Give me a second. I give it 2 weeks. April 22nd. April 22nd. That's when you guys will be on the April 22nd show.
I won't be on. If I watch it, it'll be after it's. If I watch it, it'll be after it's recorded, and it'll only be if it's a repair.
Oh, okay.
So I can fast forward it.
Well, you can fast forward it even. All right, Jeff, no problem. Thank you for joining us in chat. Appreciate it.
I had to pay $829 of federal.
Jeez.
Who's getting rich?
Not Greg.
Get rich. Not me.
Talking taxes, that makes me feel like I'm eating rich food. I hate taxes. I like Florida better than Texas.
Now, why is that not going away?
I don't have a state return on file. I got a federal, but all the other years I got both of them. Why didn't I get that one?
Well, did you have it done at H&R Block?
No, TurboTax Online.
Oh, okay.
Using them for years.
Okay. Hey, Gary.
Yeah, how you doing, Kim?
Good. How are you?
Sucks.
Well, it's Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Mondays we're always bad on the base.
I get it.
Mondays are bad everywhere. But
A lot of phone calls, a lot of trouble calls.
Yeah.
I took off about a half hour early for lunch and went to my doctor, knee doctor. And he's got this 40-foot long needle that's about 18 inches wide and sticks in your knee.
Ah. Oh, yeah, that feels like it hurts.
I did.
That hurt me just listening to that.
Really?
And then it's spongy stuff that's supposed to be like a shock absorber. I don't think it works, but
They put spongy stuff into your knee?
seriously, yeah. It's like a gel that's in the needle. I mean, it's a syringe. It's got a needle.
This is getting worse and worse.
And the real fun thing is he takes a ballpoint pen, the kind of twist apart, and then where the end of it is, where the pen comes out, he takes that by itself and feels around in your knee. And kind of pushes, not hard, but that way it makes a little red indentation. Then he sticks the needle in the red indentation.
You sure this is a legitimate doctor?
Oh yeah, regretfully.
Let me take my pen apart 1 minute.
They'd be having to give me oxygen after that.
Oh, they'd be putting me to sleep. You start messing with my knees, you're knocking me out. That's
First time. Well, the problem is, seriously, it's the first time I felt like that. But I went to a pain clinic once for this. I mean, they both know each other, and they give you a shot in the spine, and it goes down to your knee, expert and all that stuff, and it worked. That wasn't today, but the deal is they'll put you on. You're on about 4 hours altogether, or you can not go out and be done when it's done. I felt so sick after getting being put out. I said, well, let's try it on. And he said, well, your wife's done this at least once. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, basically, it's what do they call it? Endural or epidural for the
Girl, yeah.
right.
He said, so don't be a baby. So basically today it's like I can do all this stuff to make you feel better, but you'll feel crappy for 4 hours or for 5 minutes. And he's right.
Yeah, I've had knee problems all my life. I've got Osgood-Schlatters disease, but I do find is that the older I'm getting, the less and less my knees are bothering me, but the more and more my legs are bothering me.
And then I had something I haven't had probably, tell my wife this, 20 years. White Castle.
Ooh.
How were they?
Spiders.
Because the last time I had them, they were really good, but since the wonderful news of the diabetes was given to me, I haven't had one since. They just don't even sound good.
Remember, they had those 5 holes in there.
Yeah, I know, but still. A lot of bread, a lot of carbs.
Definitely no meat on it, but
No, a lot of onions.
Yeah.
ketchup and mustard.
Yep.
Pickles.
I think 3, but you can ask for more pickles.
Then you'd be like that guy at McDonald's that asked for more pickles and he got like 27 pickles.
You mean that's off of this? That's off. You mean off of SpongeBob? That's a SpongeBob. That's a SpongeBob reference.
Huh?
No, it's about the only thing I don't know what gas was the pickles.
I stopped him.
SpongeBob, that episode of SpongeBob where the guy holds the pickles under his tongue and accuses SpongeBob of not putting any pickles on the hamburger because he likes pickles.
Go on. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what in the world you're talking about. I stopped at McDonald's tonight to get 2 Diet Cokes. You know how they got the kiosk now and you do everything through the kiosk and then you either pay there or you get the option to pay up there? Well, I paid there and I go up there and geeky little kid comes out and he goes, "Yes, sir." I said, "Like my 2 Cokes." He goes, "Oh, you got to pay first." I said, "I paid at the kiosk." He goes, "Oh." And then he just stood there. I said, "Do you mind getting my Cokes?" And he mumbled something. And I said, "I would like to have my Cokes, please, or I'd like to have the glasses so I can go to your fountain over there and get my drinks." And he mumbled something and walked away. And then here comes another geeky little kid with my Diet Cokes. I was like, oh, I hate McDonald's. Hate them.
I go there.
Mrs. K wanted Diet Coke for dinner tonight. So, and I kind of looked at the drive-thru and figured I could go in and be out before the drive-thru even moved, and I was right. 1 car made it through the drive-thru during that.
And then after work, we went to my wife's sister that's been helping out. Her daughter and her daughter's husband, they have a fairly big house. They decided to put half their basement a pool in it. So, yeah, I'd like to come and eat and go swimming.
Little chilly.
Inside.
Oh.
Basement.
Oh.
Or, quote, lower level.
Yeah. That'd be all right.
Well, my wife...
Not as cold.
Their house is fairly big, but like their bathroom, it's big, but it's half of it is just space, not even a place to hang your robot.
Yeah.
It's like 10 by 10, and then you got the tub and the toilet and the vanities. Looks like you can do exercise in the rest of it.
That is pretty good size.
Yeah, I made 3 that size. We got 3 kids too. And they're so special because instead of private school, they homeschool them.
Wouldn't want to do that either. Tim posted a picture of a fuel gauge on an airplane. It says fuel levels at the bottom, no fly, quarter of a tank 86.77, half a tank 237.57, 3/4 of a tank 489.49. That's funny.
I had to do a restore.
Uh-oh.
A system restore or a whole image restore?
Image.
Oh, let me grab my coffee. Go ahead.
Just had to.
You just had to, or you wanted to?
My fault. Even though it's the first time I've heard in about 4 weeks. I was looking at some stuff they got done. Personally, I don't like what they're doing, but that's not my job.
Just out of curiosity, how long did the restore take?
About almost 20 minutes.
Oh, it's not bad.
Now, I mean, besides having Windows 11 Pro, I have Office, I have a program called OneNote. I have Visual Studio Enterprise. And then I have setups for different cars, for different things on them. And that's what I did. I put one, and I knew that I was doing the wrong thing when I did it. But they didn't save it the way I saved it.
Well, I just did a backup a week ago, I believe it was. I can look on it and see the date. And I've actually flirted with the idiot idea of doing a restore, doing something in OBS, getting rid of it or changing something or whatever, and then doing the restore to see if it actually works or not. I've not talked myself into doing that yet, but I'm pretty doggone close.
Well, as I say jokingly serious, what I would do is get the backup of your other machine, write down how you did it, and then if you need to bring it back, you got that. You know, you're going to your OBS machine.
I did it on the 31st. So what was that? 5 days ago?
So they say.
Well, yeah, that sounds about right. No, I just want to make, I mean, I'm doing them now, sort of. I've done 2. Don't worry, Josh, I'll catch up. I'm going to do another one tonight just to be doing a backup.
I do one every night.
Well, our circumstances are a little different, are they not?
Well, at work I do one. I do my own too.
I mean, I can kind of see you having to do one every night, but I don't see Josh doing 3 a day.
Yeah, but I sit here and watch it, so who cares? That's the reason I mean, if I was like, well, how's it going? But that's why I laugh at people about one thing. I have a procedure similar to what Jeff has talked about, except I also use another program. And it does an image, and it does do it, but I make sure that it verifies the image after it's all done. Because what I've had done, probably half a year, is it told me the procedure was all done, but it screwed everything up in between it. So, you got it good. Huh? What did you just say?
I don't know. Are you talking to yourself here? I mean, you've had a rough day today, haven't you, Gary?
Not really.
Are you sure you're talking to yourself?
Well, Jeff, condolences and all that if we can hear. Said I'd rather have the bras.
Mm-hmm. Because we were talking about the hockey brawls, and I wanted to make sure that one of the twins made sure I was talking about brawls, AWLS, as opposed to the RAS.
Okay. I wonder where the heck.
And leave it to Jeff to say he wants the RAS.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Well, that's good, though.
Are you saying that me and Josh were twins?
You just now figuring that out? Man. There were triplets, but I had to get rid of one. Hey, Josh. Well, Josh.
Josh.
You muted.
He's doing something. He probably figured out a way to get around your administrative thing, and he's doing something.
No, he's not. He's been texting me.
Oh, okay.
While we've been on
I see how it is.
Yeah.
Jeff saying it's next to the chicken ranch?
I gotta go back and find that one. Rock Chalk Chicken Hawk.
Oh, okay.
He's from Jeff's a big KSU fan. Kansas State University. Kansas won the national championship tonight, by the way. For anyone that's
Baseball and
interested.
basketball, whatever.
Basketball, yeah.
Yeah.
It's on TBS. I've never heard it being on TBS. It's always been on CBS until tonight. Or maybe I just haven't watched it in a couple of years. I don't know. That's always a possibility.
I don't watch it, but I thought I heard something about something changing.
I haven't heard anything about the basketball changing. Everything else in the NCAA is going to change, but not basketball. I follow Indiana throughout the year, and I don't follow anybody else. When March Madness rolls around, I get a little bit more involved, and when it gets down to the final four, I pretty much am on top of it.
I get notices from our elected officials in Washington for Michigan. And this one's political, but not too much. Anyway, we have one elected official, and I worked at the same firm for a couple of years that he'd worked in quite a few years. And I didn't like him. He was a bit of a dumb fuck asshole. I'm sorry. Believe that. I didn't mean to say it that bad. Anyway, he was running to be a senator. And he actually showed that he was one of you, an attorney that was just like us. He showed his paycheck for the year, which was good, $67,000. You know, I mean, it's not a millionaire.
No.
He was a partner. They had been a partner for like 8 years. They had what's called partner distribution at the end of the year. His was $1.3 million.
Pretty nice cut.
I mean, for an attorney that's a partner, that is not outrageous at that firm. But he was showing literally his yearly wage. This is what they do is one is paycheck, just like everybody gets.
Right.
And the other is a partnership distribution. In other words, at the end of the year, partners get so much that associates don't get.
Right.
And his was literally over $1 million. And he was showing you for 60 grand. He's one of you guys, one of us. It's just, I'm a person. I'm not like that rich guy that's running, you know. We get about 4 times what the other guy made.
Jeff just said baseball practice is over. See you tomorrow night if possible. Yeah, that's fine, Jeff. We'll be here. Should be about 8 o'clock my time is the goal. She's working 16 hours, so I can start at 8 and go for as long as I want and not have to worry about it. Or I can start at late and go as long as I want. But yeah, we hope to see you. Let us know if you need anything. We will be here.
Yeah. Bye, Jeff.
I was just wondering what you were doing. You're all intent, really focused on. Oh, okay. I figured you were trying to find a way to get around him being the administrator to the computer.
No.
As he grins and says no. As Alex grins going, he wouldn't do that. Yes, he would. Yeah, look at him.
He better not.
Well, you guys, you'll have your normal 37-hour chat tomorrow since it's Tuesday and he's off. And you'll do at least 3 backups.
Probably. Look at him.
Yeah, look at him. Yeah, probably.
There we go.
Oh, my goodness.
And you got Windows 11 up there out here on YouTube.
Yeah, I threw it up there just to see what happens.
I didn't even know it was you. I just saw it.
Yeah, I was set, which was a good thing actually. I set this up after I got back from dinner, and I'm glad I did now because she didn't get out till 10:38. I didn't go live till about 10:56 or 7. And if I hadn't set it up, it would have been way later than that. So, and it wasn't her fault. The knock shift person didn't show up, so Tony says make it 5 backups. Tony, they don't need any encouragement. They do all this on their own. I say 3, Tony says 5.
I've been waiting for Catherine to come back to me tonight.
Yeah, me too, kinda. She was up early. I think she and I were chatting this morning about 9:30 over the Facebook Messenger. She sent a real nice e-card to Jeff. She had me proofread it and I didn't see anything wrong with what she said whatsoever.
Who did that?
Catherine.
Oh, that's nice.
Very, very, very touching words she sent. And it was a really good card itself with the background in it. I thought that was appropriate as well. So
Greg, even though SpongeBob is yellow, not green, it's still the SpongeBob is still grayed out on the YouTube.
really? Oh yeah, it is, huh?
Trying to resize it.
That is interesting that on the Zoom it is yellow, but on the YouTube stream it is gray. Huh. I have no idea. None whatsoever.
I have a cousin who's not doing well. I mean, he's 70, but I mean, there's not anything wrong, but just, getting old, as the rest of us.
Right.
He's got a doctorate in, basically he was the principal in Kentucky, and I mean, talking money for a second, I mean, he hasn't done it for 15 years, but he made like $75,000 with, like 20 years of college. But his mother died when he was 3. And he was one of 7 kids.
Wow.
And the reason I'm saying this, as my wife and I were talking about, it just popped in the head type of thing, is every winter when he went to my grandma's, wasn't that far away, maybe 3 miles, 4 miles, and he had help shoveling stuff around the house. Then in the summer, he'd come and help with the farm. And we're talking horses and, tobacco and, nothing glamorous. And I mean, that was 4 and 5 he'd be picking weeds. And the reason I'm saying it is, education is not cheap today, but...
No, I just read an article yesterday about some woman whose son went to Purdue and he's $100,000 in debt, working at McDonald's, and he signed up for some program that they were supposed to help him pay it back if he couldn't find a job in his field or something. I don't know. It was kind of silly. She goes,
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I mean, I sound like I'm totally Republican and right-wing conservative, which 100% I am, but I mean, no, think about it. Working at McDonald's and you got a degree from Purdue? I don't think so. I mean, you might start at the bottom. There's a lady Linux programmer that I listen to, and she's good. And I hate to say this, there's nothing wrong, but I mean, she's a lesbian too, and with kids, and just everything you think I'd hate. And one of her people on Sunday's chat asked her if it was hard in the field as being a female. And she said the first couple of years, she'd answer the phone and be like, could you put the programmer on, or could you put your boss on? And be like, if you want the boss, it's me, or if you want the programmer, it's me. And she said after like 3 years, it was like, she actually has written in magazines and stuff. They know who she is, and she makes good money. I've heard of her outside YouTube. The point I'm making is, it's, whatever you want to do, you might have to start at the bottom. And it's not glamorous, but I admit that my dad helped me get me a job at Ford in IT, but I was working 18 to 22 hours a day, literally. I mean, I didn't go home. I slept at work.
Hey, Gary?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you found it, BH. Thanks, man.
The next time we all go on that live stream, we're all going to turn our cameras upside down.
Okay. Happy to fall off the floor then.
We'll see how long it takes for him to find out what's wrong.
About 30 seconds. First time I listen to somebody.
Yeah, I got on Zoom tonight. My camera was upside down. I couldn't figure out why, and it was the rotation in the Zoom setting. I didn't realize it.
I got to go back and look at the BH Ringer sent me a link to most valuable albums in the world right now. And I gotta
I think
see.
number 3 is the Beatles.
I don't think they're ranked in order of value so much.
I don't know what it's called, the Chuck Davies album.
7-inch purple gold sleeve. That is worth $2,500 US, $3,500 Canadian. It's a Queen. It's what they call a. What's the terminology for it? It's a single on a regular size record. Is what it is. Which I didn't know that was a thing till Saturday. Sweet. But I'm more impressed with the fact that he found the one I was talking about earlier with the Beatles and the babies and the meat parts on it. That I didn't know existed until last night. Did you put that in the Zoom chat too, BH?
I can.
Yeah, please, would you?
I was going to send you that earlier today, and then you reminded me when you spoke about the album. So.
Yeah, I didn't know it until last night.
Okay.
That's well worth checking out. What he just posted in the Zoom chat.
Okay. On your channel, because it's blue too, and special limited edition.
There's Ollie joining us, or Allie. Evening, Allie. How are you? Good to see you again.
Okay. I don't know, I never liked the Sex Pistols or Nirvana.
Nirvana's not bad.
Xanadu, that's Olivia Newton-John.
Olivia Newton-John, yeah.
Oh, here it goes. Didn't see it. $400, $5,400. Holy smokes!
I know my brother's got a box set that's worth about $3,000 right now.
You're kidding. I'm sorry, I don't remember. The King Mutinies.
Yeah, did you see that? Soundtrack from a movie.
I don't know why. Why?
I want to go look at something here.
What'd you say, Josh?
I was asking Tim if we were still going to get those CDs.
The what? You're talking to me? You talking to me?
We're still going to get those
under the mail.
You talking about the disc I'm going to send you? Is he Alex? Is he talking about the disc I'm going to send?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Soon.
I don't know if I've seen that movie.
The King Mutiny?
Yeah.
I can tell you I've not seen it. Yeah, I'll get them out. I do have other things going on in life right now.
Only a dozen copies were released.
I am trying to find. I've got it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, there it is.
White Album?
Now let me go find my. I got 21 messages. Wow, maybe somebody wants to buy some of my albums.
Wonder why they did that. White Album. Limited series going only to Apple Core employees and the Amazon entourage. And I think Ringo just sold a copy of this.
Yeah, I have 221 albums in my collection, which is a little higher than I thought it was. The minimum value is $809. I'd be lucky to get that. The medium value is $2,200, and the max is $7,400. The only way I would sell it is you take one, you take all. They're still in the closet because I can't figure out how to. Well, that wasn't going to sound right. I can't find the right place to set up my receiver and my turntable yet. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow night.
I'm reading the one about Led Zeppelin. And I can't understand why it's what actually makes it that valuable. Except there was only 2,000 copies. But
Led Zeppelin 1, isn't that the first album?
Yes, I think so. Actually, I didn't look at it.
Well, +2, that's the UK pressing, not the United States pressing. But
They said the color, well, it was turquoise instead of orange, I think they said.
yeah, the lettering at the top. Okay. Maybe I'll start going to some of these shows. Maybe pick something up in somebody's junk bin. Not.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, well, they know what they're doing. It's like my brother said, when he first started doing it, they were all coming up to him before the show and they were offering him $5 and $10 below some of what he was asking because they were going to turn right around and sell it for twice as what he was asking. Said it took him about 3 shows to figure that out. And he did not sell to any dealers prior to the show opening. We were talking about it the other night. Now, there are people that can pay $10 to get in the show early, and there were a lot of those people. But he did not sell to any dealers before the show opened. He did sell to dealers after the show opened. So, oh, what the hell just happened to my computer? Everything blinked. Alex?
Do what, Ken?
Both of my monitors blinked at the same time. Almost like it was a graphics update.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be my first guess that it's a video.
Could have been.
What? Come
Who?
Jim.
Tim?
I said Jim.
Jim? We're way past Jim's bedtime.
Oh, yeah.
Man, besides, he was on Carrie's first stream tonight. He might be all streamed out. He was talking about those were just overpriced laptops, which they were. I agree with him on that.
I didn't watch it. What was he selling at laptops?
I think it was an Asus something. It had 2 screens, one that was vertical and one that was horizontal. One of them was $2,000, one of them was 980 something. He was hawking them pretty good. But it was on Amazon Stream, not YouTube. So, and he was kind of like, I think Greg pointed out, or Robert One pointed out, he was actually pretty nice on that stream.
Of course, he's a sales pitch, huh?
Well, sure.
Oh, yeah, and he's got Amazon watching him.
And there's always that. Yeah. There is always that.
That's a big dog.
I just don't think I could do it. If someone were to give me a product and I found it to be horrible, I don't think I could go on there and honestly say, "Oh yeah, this is the best thing since sliced bread." You know, I don't think I could do that.
I mean, if it didn't hurt somebody, you know, rat poisoning or something. I mean, I did not see it, but you said a $2,000 laptop. I mean, unless it's just outrageously wrong, sure, why not?
2083, I believe, is what it was.
Yeah, something like that.
It was just ridiculously, stupidly priced.
I've never
But
seen
if you got the money and got all your bills paid and want a laptop, do it.
The first question about this Bob Dylan album contains 4 tracks that weren't meant to be heard by the public. I know what the tracks were.
This must be coming out of Greenwood, Indiana, because they picked it up and it's going to be here tomorrow. So, good. Cool. Like that. Closing some tabs down. Let's see, we've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes already. Tom K asked in the chat room, does Kerry get to keep those laptops? And the consensus was earlier today that we believe no, he does not. We don't know one way or the other for sure, but the consensus was he does not get to keep them.
I don't think he does. I think he sends them back.
Yeah. And then the consensus was if he sends them back, are they considered used laptops or are they still new laptops?
Probably going to be sent to somebody else for review or something.
Could be.
They make the rounds.
So they're going to be review products.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, I can see that. They need to
I
go.
listened to another guy, and he got a Lenovo laptop, and he admitted that this is the first one he's gotten free. He usually tests them for a month and has to send them back. And then I listened to another guy, he said that the first guy got it, you know. There's the Beatles yesterday and today.
Well, speaking of the Beatles, I did actually wear tonight the tribute band 8 days a week to the Beatles. Should have wore that Saturday, but I didn't think about it. And I have another t-shirt, it's got Abbey Road on it.
This one is $125,000 for the Butcher cover.
Gone down a little bit then. When I looked it up last night, it was $234,000. But I mean, it's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. It can be listed at $125,000, $234,000, but if someone's only going to give you $50,000 for it, it's worth $50,000.
I don't mind the cover of the album, but I don't understand why it was there. There's nothing in there that.
I don't understand the reasoning behind it either. My mom and sister were going like, "Oh, it's so offensive. It shows baby parts and this and that." And I'm like, "They're dolls, Mom."
Yeah.
You know, and it looks like somebody went and bought some ribs from a pig or a cow. I mean, I don't understand. Oh, that's just horrible. Oh my goodness. And then my sister was saying that they actually just papered over it because they couldn't redo them, I guess.
Yeah, that I read they had for people.
Accidentally, huh?
I think they found out it didn't go as well with the parents, and instead of repressing all the. Goes back to the chat room. Is it going to be used if you put it in a
mean, I don't know. My dad was in the baseball card industry for a very, very, very long time. He was one of the pioneers here in the Indianapolis Greenwood area in the baseball card business. And he would get the Beckett's baseball book every month when it came out and showed the value of the cards. And he would go through there and go, "Hey, look this one up. Hey, look this one up." He had a Mickey Mantle rookie card and he had several other high value cards. And he said, "The book might say it's worth this." He goes, "But I'm here to tell you it's only worth whatever someone's willing to give you for it." And that's true. The book might say it's worth $100,000 and someone's only going to give you 50 grand. Kind of makes it worth 50 grand in my book.
I'm looking at University of Chicago. That's where my wife's nephew went, and you and I were talking there. You know, we were talking about the kid with Purdue.
Yep.
Native American Studies is a degree.
Well, I think that thing with Purdue, I would imagine that there's more to it than what she's saying. I doubt he's working at McDonald's. I think that was just for journalistic, let's get some sympathy votes in here, purposes.
Yeah, well, another one, I was just going to read another one, Asian American Studies. There'll be a lot of jobs for that. I'd hire one tomorrow. Hire tomorrow.
Yeah.
How about creative writing?
Creative writing.
It's a degree, not just a...
What about a degree in art?
Oh yeah, that's coming. East Asian languages. That's for you, Janet.
No, I'll pass. I'm just waiting for the degree in YouTube streaming. I've got a head start on that.
Gender studies, BA.
Oh, please.
German
Can
studies.
you imagine? Go back to the 1960s when masters and masters did their study on sex. Can you imagine them trying to do that today? Oh, that went over like a lead balloon too.
Actually, think about this one today. Journalism. The papers are not doing a lot anymore, really. Blogs are more. Oh, here's one. Medieval studies.
That's an actual degree.
Yes, sir.
Medieval studies.
And what? I mean, Eve, never mind.
What do they call it? The festival at the end of the year. I can't think of it. Renaissance festivals.
Hope for me yet to have a college degree. Then my mom will be so proud.
American Sign Language. I mean, it's not really.
Yeah, I heard something about, not to interrupt you, but I heard something about ASL is going to start being taught in high school, in grade schools.
If it is, what do you call it? You can choose it. That's funny. If it's mandatory, it's stupid.
Yeah, if it's an elective, I think it would be all right. But
yeah. And nothing against people that are deaf, but is it that many? Are that many people? You know.
I don't know.
I don't either. I didn't think there was.
Unfortunately, my brother's wife's parents both are deaf. The father can hear very, very little, and he can speak a little, but the mom, she is 100% totally deaf, and when she speaks, she can't speak, so she just makes noises. And if you weren't aware of that, you would think, my God, what's wrong with this woman? But the cutest thing yesterday we saw, or Saturday, was the dog needed to go outside, so she gets up and she's telling the dog to go outside in her language, and the dog understood. Walked right over to the door, and I mean, I was like, that's pretty impressive because we couldn't figure out what she was saying.
Now, this is one that would be popular today. Russia and East European Studies. Polish, Russia. That's a degree. Theater and Performing Arts.
That's been around a while.
Tutorial Studies. Tutoring. And Visual Arts.
What university is offering these?
University of Chicago.
Oh, shock.
But now, not now. I mean, I'm going to say this three more times.
Is that Chicago or Chicago?
Chicago, Illinois.
It's in Chicago, in Mexico.
I was just seeing if Chris is paying attention.
Okay, now they got a degree in cancer biology. Okay. Endocrinology, which is, big time.
Mm-hmm.
Immunology. Chemistry. Computational applied mathematics. Neuroscience.
Have you found basket weaving yet?
Yeah. Economics, which is a hard one, but if you got it, you got it. You take the math, hardcore math, mathematics, like actuaries, even everywhere. But waste time, you should be taken on abused. Physics.
You all right in there?
Statistics for a degree is not a bad thing.
Hey.
Who knows what evil?
You alright?
Maybe we need to get Jeff out of retirement. They're gonna have to start putting nukes back up.
I just want to make sure you're alright.
That's actually not a joke. All the battery cards. Last educational thing for everybody that's listening. You hear them, and this is not anything, but you hear people talk about STEM for inclusion and whatnot. STEM should be for everybody to take. If you're not in STEM, you should go get the application for McDonald's to save your time. Of course, McDonald's wants you to have a bachelor's degree now.
Well, I know the kid that waited on me tonight at McDonald's didn't have no doggone bachelor's degree. Or maybe he did, and that was what the problem was. I don't know. I don't get it. I've said this night after night. I don't understand why people get a job and then don't go to work. I do not get that. If you're not going to go to work, why get the job?
I can answer that real well. If you love the job or it's something you did go to school that you wanted, you usually go to work. But if it's something you think, look, I can get another McDonald's job, I give a shoot.
Right, but if you get a job as a nurse, you've had to have gone to school, you have to get licensed. In some cases, you have to carry insurance. Why would you not go to your job if they hire you? I don't, especially in a brand new facility that's state of the art and clean and doesn't have any of the older nuances that some of these older places have.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lorna was telling me tonight the agencies are paying the CNAs, not the nurses, the CNAs, the agencies are paying them $30 an hour, and the people do not show up to work. There's something wrong with that picture.
Number one, I totally believe you. But the reason I didn't back off like one step is I can't believe that the places are paying that much more.
Oh, I can.
And that means they're charging like $40 an hour.
Well, the place where she went to work at is a private pay. It's not a nursing home. It's an assisted living with a memory care unit, and it's all private pay. So, as my brother said, they keep out the riffraff that way. They're not relied upon Medicaid or Medicare for any help whatsoever. So they can afford to pay a little bit more. But, I mean, their bonuses they pay to work, like the shift she picked up Sunday, she either got an extra $100 or $150 for working Sunday as an extra shift. What she's getting tomorrow night is either $100 or $150, and I can't remember which that it is, just to work at her job because they're short-staffed. It's crazy. She can make, if she picks up 3 shifts in a week, she can make as much working there doing that with the bonuses that she would get just working regularly. It's just, I told her tonight, I said, hell, I'm going to get my license renewed. And I mean, I'm not, but it is a thought. It's kind of funny. She has to take online courses. And we know when I say she has to take online courses, my scores today were 90, 90, 80, and 100. And I swear I don't know what question I missed on the 80 because I pretty much thought I had them all right. So she's happy. And they know that it's online, so they don't know who's taking them.
Misspelled your last name.
Probably. Or I didn't put her picture up on the camera. Maybe that was it. Man. What a thought. What a thought. All right, let me go ahead and end the stream. We're about an hour and a half-ish. I'm not going to put my glasses on. I'm going to try to read this without. Oh, yeah, that's not going to work. So, Tony Wallow, Tom K, Jeff was actually with us tonight. Allie showed up and said hi. Matthew Camp was there. Good evening to you again, Matthew Camp. Robert, Rick, who was struggling getting into the Zoom. I think I got everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. The goal's for 8 o'clock my time because she's working all night. There'll be no need to not start early that I can think of. I appreciate you guys being here. Going to end the stream in 3, 2, 1.
One.
Well, I'm